Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be it.
Okay, Coach. Well, after the season ends, the Chargers most likely moving about 12 miles north of here. But for now, we've got football at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and our home team.
Check. Watch 54.
They'll run it here. This is James White. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Going on the ground, it's White. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On 1st down, it's White. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Alex Okafor able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Bridgewater to throw it. And he's got Gresham. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. James White, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Draw play. Ingram now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for the Steelers. And even 40 yards.
Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 17 carries, 74 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost like in his mind.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game. And he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. First down, here's White. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. James White with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Now Wentz. He gets it to Cooks. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Here's White.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. That one complete to Hill. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 9th touchdown of the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd down, Ingram. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. This is Ingram. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Able to find Waller. That's complete.
That's it, baby. We go work.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He goes underneath to Ingram. And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. Got to give some... And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going? To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team. We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And only able to get two here, stopped at the 30. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Shotgun now for Wentz. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score. Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal. Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Come on, fellas.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him? Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else, because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses, to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That hold coming from the left side of the line. Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him. Here's Bridgewater. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter.
Check safety, check safety.
Now a play fake. Wentz. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And Not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now wins. And that's complete to Cooks. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says the Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Bridgewater. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Throwing is Bridgewater. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run it with White. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They keep it on the ground. White again. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Throwing, Bridgewater. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!"
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Focus, defense, focus.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, Ingram. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Wentz. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On the draw, this is Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So here are the Chargers to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They start the drive with White, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And an alley to run. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. That's complete to Sharp. 4 yards the pickup. First down. They'll run on first down. Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. The Steelers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd and 9, Wentz. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is caught. It's Cooks. A 3rd down gain of 19.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag. That guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a pickup of 7. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Ready? Hey, Mama. Hey, eat. Watch the screen.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now White lost the football. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now White. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on fourth and goal. Now Bridgewater on fourth down. Flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Come on now, come on now.
Wentz now on first down. He gets it to Cooks. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is recovered by the Chargers. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense.